Hi, my name is Larry Von Mosch, and welcome to a Divine Mercy Moment. My wife Pat and I have been parishioners here at St. Patrick's since I believe it was 1991. I don't remember when it was that I first heard about Divine Mercy and the Feast of Divine Mercy, but I do remember that after I heard about it, I wanted to learn more about it. So I went to the St. Patrick's bookstore and I picked up a copy of the diary of St. Maria Faustina Kowalska. And that diary is a compilation of conversations between God and Sister Faustina regarding the Feast of Divine Mercy and the Divine Mercy Chaplet. I would like to share with you a few entries from the diary that talk about the graces that are available to all of us, those who say the Divine Mercy Chaplet, and to those for whom the chaplet is said. The first entry is entry 687. Say unceasingly the chaplet that I have taught you. Whoever will recite it will receive great mercy at the hour of death. Priests will recommend it to sinners as their last hope of salvation. Even if there were a sinner most hardened, if he were to recite this chaplet only once, he would receive grace from my infinite mercy. I desire that the whole world know my infinite mercy. I desire to grant unimaginable graces to those souls who trust in my mercy. The next entry is number 811. At the hour of death, I defend as my own glory every soul that will say this chaplet, or when others say it for a dying person, the pardon is the same. When this chaplet is said by the bedside of a dying person, God's anger is placated. Unfathomable mercy envelops the soul, and the very depths of my tender mercy are moved for the sake of the sorrowful passion of my Son. I'm going to skip into the diary a little bit. We're going to go to entry 1320. At 3 o'clock, implore my mercy, especially for sinners, and if only for a brief moment, immerse yourself in my passion, particularly in my abandonment at the moment of agony. This is the hour of great mercy for the whole world. I will allow you to enter into my mortal sorrows, and this hour I will refuse nothing to the soul that makes a request of me in virtue of my passion. Final entry is 1075. Souls who spread the honor of my mercy, I shield throughout their entire lives as a tender mother her infant, and at the hour of death I will not be a judge for them, but the merciful Savior. At that last hour, a soul has nothing with which to defend itself except my mercy. Happy is the soul that during its lifetime immersed itself in the fountain of mercy, because justice will have no hold on it. Ever since I became aware of the promises and the power of the Divine Mercy, I have recited it daily. On January 10th, 2015, my wife and I were vacationing with another couple from St. Patrick's, and we were on our way to daily Mass. My phone rang, and when I answered it, my niece informed me that my brother had just died of cancer. All four of us immediately said a chaplet of Divine Mercy for his soul, but I was still concerned about his salvation. A few years before, my brother had rejected his Catholic faith and identified himself as a happy agnostic. And I knew what the Church teaches about rejecting the faith and the loss of salvation. A short while after returning from vacation, I ran across a CD by Father Chris Aylar titled The Necessity of Divine Mercy. In that CD, Father Aylar talks about going to confession sometime before he was ordained and talking to the priest and confiding in the priest that he was concerned about the soul of his grandmother who had committed suicide. The priest told him, when you go home tonight, get down on your knees and pray a chaplet of Divine Mercy for your grandmother. Father Aylar said to the priest, but Father, you don't understand. My grandmother died 10 years ago and her judgment has already taken place. The priest said back to Father Aylar, no, you don't understand. You see, God is outside of time. For him, every place is here and all time is now. When you get home tonight, get down on your knees and say a chaplet of divine mercy for your grandmother. When I heard that, I knew that my brother was in the care of the Lord. If you would like to listen to this CD, again, the title of it is A Necessity of Divine Mercy by Father Chris Aylar. You can find it on formed.org along with other resources on divine mercy. If you would be willing to pray the chaplet of divine mercy for those in danger of death or for those who have died recently, please join our Divine Mercy Prayer Warriors ministry by calling Carrie Rooney at the parish office. You will then be notified when there is a need and a request for the chaplet, and you can then pray for that person at your leisure. Thank you and God bless.